What's up, everybody? Derek K. Moore, one half of the dynamic duo known as Podcast 316, hanging out with you today. Now, Pat is not here, but I was able to book Jimmy Hart. Jimmy, how you doing, brother? Jimmy, how are you, man? Jimmy, how we doing? Okay, the hell with that. So, first and foremost, quick thank you to everybody who's been checking out our content since Pat and I launched this whole idea of Podcast 316. Now, granted, we've been playing with a few different formats. You know, we've already released a bunch of episodes, which you can download on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, all types of platforms. And thank you to those who've already checked that out. And now we have our YouTube channel. So, sometimes maybe a podcast, sometimes might be a video. Hell, we might even feel a little frisky after SummerSlam and jump on YouTube Live. Who knows? All types of different content gonna be coming at you guys. Stay tuned, stick with us, but let's get into today's topic. I'm using today's topic kind of as a starting point of a conversation that I seem like I've been having with just about every professional wrestling fan that I know lately, and that is whether or not there are too many titles in WWE. So with that said, let's take a look at all of our current champions. Starting with Raw, we've got our Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. That sounded a little more Vince McMahon than Paul Heyman, but either way, you guys get it. Then you got our Raw Women's Champion, the man Becky Lynch, US Champion AJ Styles, and our Raw Tag Team Champions, of course, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Club. Oh, wait, the OC. Kofi Kingston, WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley, your Intercontinental Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, and of course your Tag Team Champions, The New Day. Now let's head down to NXT. We got our NXT Champion, Adam Cole, North American Champion, Velveteen Dream, our Tag Team Champions, Street Profits, and of course our Women's NXT Champion, Shayna Baszler. 205 Live, our Cruiserweight Champion, Drew Gulak. But it doesn't stop there because now we gotta head across the pond to NXT UK, where we got our NXT UK Champion of Walter. We got our NXT UK Women's Champion of Toni Storm, and your NXT UK Tag Team Champions, the Grizzled Young Veterans. But does it stop there with the championships? Absolutely freaking not. Because we also got our 24/7 champion, R-Truth, and we have newly crowned Women's Tag Team Champions in Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. That's like one, alright, carry the two, divide by, wait, no division. That's 18 championships! And everybody likes to make the comparison trying to say that like, well, Attitude Era had a lot of titles. Stop saying this is like the Attitude Era. Half of you didn't even watch the shit. I grew up with it. But as I started this, one of the most common conversations I'm having is if whether or not how many championships they have is too many. If you do think it's too many, let's be honest. The brand is way bigger than it used to be. They never had NXT or 205 Live or all these other sub-brands of WWE, so in a way, this many titles is kind of justifiable. But let's say you're on the fence. You say there's too many titles, you want to break it down. How do you just get rid of championships all of a sudden? Well, I mean, it is pro wrestling. We can really just do whatever the we want with the storylines, right? But this is exactly why I wanted to jump on here today and share my little theory of how we could cut down a couple of the titles. We get rid of United States and Intercontinental. Hear me out! Just hear me out, okay? Trust me, I know it sounds freaking ridiculous. The United States Championship and the Intercontinental Championship have been getting lost in the mix left and right lately. The United States Championship was never a WWF or WWE championship. It was something that got absorbed when WCW came in. Now, it gave them a second mid-card title, which plays out well with brand splits, but with an oversaturated title picture like it is right now, this is why I think we should get rid of it. Because it wasn't the only mid-card title in WCW. So here's what I say we do. We take the United States Championship. We take the Intercontinental Championship. We merge them together and we get the television title once again. Think about that for a second. Wouldn't it be dope if every single week we had a legitimate championship match? Not everyone running around just pinning one another for the 24/7 title, which is entertaining. Right now, they have something that works because who are our current mid-card champions? Our United States champion, AJ Styles, and our Intercontinental champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. You know that all of us would watch AJ and Shinsuke over and over and over again. Take those two titles, you combine them together into a new mid-card title which you can showcase on both brands. They can have triple threats and battle royals and fatal four-ways and all types of ways to figure out the #1 contender. Or hell, maybe we'll go back to doing some open challenges again. Because let's face it, that was the last time any of us actually cared about the United States Championship, is when John Cena was doing those weekly open challenges. It was showcasing new talent every single week and it was awesome. Now you could possibly do this with the tag titles as well. Personally, I think they should. The tag division has been getting messed up a lot over the last couple years, where it's either really strong on one brand and really weak on another. Now with this wild card rule, we're just seeing the same teams that were dominant of the division just end up on both shows. So if we're gonna keep switching them back and forth, what's the point of the two titles? I get it, I mean, it's a brand, so each one needs their champion, but screw it, just combine them. The wild card rule has opened up the door for anyone to go to any brand at this point, so why not make a championship be that same kind of thing? You got one set tag team with the titles, you get one guy, one main guy, or female. We could have some fun with it like we did with China and the Intercontinental title. Have one champion for both titles, each one can go to either show. It cuts us back from 18 to 16 championships, and it doesn't mean the title has to go away forever. They could easily bring it back at another time. We have a dominant television champion to go on a title run of this hypothetical championship we're talking about. They run into somebody who's focused and fixated on the old school style, thinks that getting rid of the Intercontinental Championship was disgraceful to the brand of WWE. You have him win the television title and then just Shane Douglas the whole thing, throw the title down, institute the old Intercontinental Championship back, and people will lose their minds. But at the end of the day, let's be real. Are all these titles really hurting the brand? Not at all! So I can sit here and I can spitball all these potential things that they could do to minimize the titles, but what's the point? We're all still talking about it. We're all still vested in it. They could have 30 championships. We're all still gonna tune in and watch. What are your thoughts on the current state of the championships in WWE? Get in the comments, let us know. What would you do differently if you were in the creative booking seat? Let us know. But most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Later.